Hey! What's the big deal with Picross 3D?
Let's go!
Big Picross fan here.
Me too, as of late.
As of late. It's one of those series that you might see in Nintendo Directs, you might see in the eShop, and you might think, that must be for someone else. That's what I thought for a long time.
That's what I thought too.
But it turns out, if you do like puzzle games at all, it's like one of the best games.
Try it out.
So, the original Picross 3D came out on DS.
Yes.
So, we have to keep that in mind, that when Picross 3D came out, it was not 3D like Star Fox 3D is,
right.
or Ocarina of Time 3D is. It was just 3D, but not 3D.
Yes.
But
That
now,
was 2D, 3D.
Picross 3D Round 2 just came out, which is 3D, and what's nice is there's a free demo. So
Yeah.
I got into Picross by trying the free, reward game, the Twilight Princess edition from My Nintendo.
Yes.
Trying to say My Nintendo of America or something. And how'd you try Picross?
My first try was playing Pokemon Picross for 3DS. So again, a free download, and then I got the Zelda Picross as well.
So we got a little bit obsessed with Picross.
Oh, yeah.
We were talking to each other about Picross. We found Picross knockoffs for our phones.
Yes, I had to delete those. Those were, oh my goodness.
Sucking the old time,
Oh,
huh?
you better believe it.
So there's a lot of ways to try Picross for free, including this round 2 demo, which just came out. So let's, we've both played it, let's talk about it, Simeon.
Yes. So I picked it up, I gave it a shot, and it's like, Picross, kind of, as opposed to having, a numbers with blocks or X's that you do, or however it is that you want to say that. It's a little bit differently. It's you either paint a block blue or orange, or you smash the block.
So it's not just yes or no, it's filled in here, it's what color is it filled in with.
Yeah.
So there's 2 different kinds of numbers, colors of numbers.
Right.
And that's because there's another dimension. And then instead of Xing, you're actually breaking blocks, you're kind of chiseling something out. So instead of saying this pixel's filled in, this pixel's filled in, and making like a mural, you're chiseling something.
Yeah, and you're making a little sculpture. Now, that brings with it something that's, good and bad, is that with the Picross games, you have the option of being told when you get something wrong. Like, especially if you, chisel, I say chisel, if you put in something where there shouldn't be something, you have the option in the other Picross games of, I made it, or I don't know if I made a mistake yet, or, tell me if I made a mistake so I don't go down that path too far.
Yeah.
And this time, you don't. If you make a mistake, it tells you right away, you get a strike.
I know. And when I get a strike, I feel like starting over, because I know I can do better.
Indeed.
So I am glad that there's a demo for this game, because honestly, seeing it in the latest Nintendo Direct for 3DS, the art style didn't appeal to me at all, and I might have skipped it, so I'm glad I got to try it out. I was hesitant because of the art style, and it's kind of sterile, kind of like the Wii series looked, like a Wii sports game, or like a Wii play game. If you kind of think about the Tanks game or something, it kind of looks like that. Of course, it's not HD, it's on the 3DS, and it doesn't have this cool style with it.
No, it's very, very basic, very bland.
And I had heard that the 3D Picross games were more fast-paced, but I didn't find that to be true.
Not at all.
There's a whole other dimension, so the puzzles can take longer, and another additional color to paint, like we said. So what I don't like is having to go inside the block.
Yeah, that's kind of clunky. Like, every time I do that, I'm like, there's a way. I don't know if this can be done better,
Right.
but it just doesn't feel right.
There's these kind of strange controls, and it's like doing an X-ray vision into the sculpture. And one of them is for one plane, one of them for the other plane. I can never remember which plane is which. And then the controls I also didn't think were set up very well, because there's 5 actions you can take. There's marking something as possibly blue, painting it blue, possibly orange, and then what's the other thing? Using your hammer.
Hammer.
And you control those 5 functions with 5 buttons. The 4 directions of the D-pad and the L button. But what's weird is it's not 2 and 2 on the D-pad like you would think.
Yeah, it's
the hammer is in
up.
one of those, and they split it up, and that makes 0 sense to me.
I didn't think that made sense either. I was like, why you do this?
Why not 2 and 2 and 1? Because there's 2 colors, and one hammer.
Shoulder button. No, that's gotta be. It's maybe blue.
Yeah.
L stands for maybe blue.
So
it's like navy blue, but not quite.
So the things that you're carving are just general everyday objects. What are some things we carve? I mean, like
a weird
sailboat,
little wooden crown, a penguin, an escalator, which was really weird looking, but I kind of get it.
It's not Nintendo related stuff.
No, it's not. And this is a first party game, right?
It is. And so coming from playing Zelda Picross, Pokemon Picross, I gotta say, I think this game suffers from not having a license on it.
Big time. If it were like Metroid Picross 3D or Yoshi Picross 3D or something to keep it from being so sterile, like you said.
And even if it's not singularly branded, it could be Nintendo related stuff. It could be Nintendo in general. A little bit of Mario, a little bit of Metroid, a little bit of Zelda, a Wii remote, actual real world Nintendo stuff would be interesting. But I'm just not that compelled by this. So I'll stick to 2D Picross games, and I hear that there's a real good one on the 3DS eShop, or Virtual Console, and it's like Mario Picross back from the Game Boy. It's supposed to have a lot of good puzzles, and it's cheap and stuff. So I'm gonna check that one out. What do you think, Simeon?
Well, I think you said most of it. The demo didn't really give me much of a challenge. Whereas the other games eventually got to the point where it was a little challenging, took me some time. I didn't feel like the demo gave me a good sampling of challenge. Now, I don't know if it gets challenger later on or if it's just more of the same. So it really didn't give me that taste of what it could be.
Right.
And for $30, $30 price tag.
For a download only game.
For a download only game without any branding, really bland wooden toys, and the 3D isn't even that good. You know how I don't like 3D, but I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to try it out. I'm going to try this, and it didn't impress me.
Yeah, I agree.
Boo.
Wah, wah.
So, I mean, maybe it's good, but I'll never know that because I'll probably never play it.
There's probably no Micross either. Not that I've looked it up, but it wouldn't make sense because in the 2D Picrosses, you can do these huge murals where you zoom in and each puzzle is a little piece of that, and it wouldn't make sense for the chiseling thing in 3D. So we know where our hearts lie.
Indeed we do. It does not lie with this game.
But we gave it a shot.
We did.
Everybody, you gotta give things more shots. If you learn anything from this episode, give something a shot this week that you might not have otherwise, because you will.
You said give it a shot, and we were talking about a story with your coworker. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So the short version is I work in marketing. I had this old job where we were giving away a shotgun as a promotion. Buy however many whatevers, get a chance to win a shotgun. So we needed a flyer for it, we needed someone to be holding the shotgun, pose on the flyer. So it's going to be this guy named Dennis. And I was in charge of making the flyer, so I wrote down on my to-do list for the next day, I wrote down, shoot Dennis with a gun. Because that's what I had to do. So I said, give it a shot. That's right. Yeah, everybody.
Give Dennis and Picross 3D a shot.
No, give something else.
Give something else a shot.
And let us know how it goes.
Don't forget to comment your comments below. Did you enjoy this demo? If so, please let us know what you like about it.
We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for being a part of the crew.
Signing out.